Have you ever wondered where philosophy originated or how the universe came into being? Long before the age of Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle, the foundations of philosophy were being laid in the ancient world. This period, known as the pre-Socratic era, bore witness to the birth of philosophical thought. It was a time when innovative minds began to question the world around them, seeking answers beyond the realm of mythology. They pondered on the nature of existence, the fabric of reality, and the fundamental principles that govern the universe. These early philosophers, with their relentless curiosity and remarkable intellect, set the stage for the evolution of philosophical thought. Their ideas, though formed over 2 millennia ago, continue to echo in the corridors of modern philosophy. One such thinker who left an indelible mark on the discipline was a philosopher and poet from the 5th century BCE. One of these early thinkers was Empedocles, a philosopher and poet from ancient Greece. Born in the 5th century BCE in Acragas, Sicily, Empedocles emerged as a prominent figure in the pre-Socratic era. This era was a time of profound intellectual exploration, where the seeds of Western philosophy were being sown. In the midst of this intellectual renaissance, Empedocles spent his early life in Acragas, a city-state known for its wealth and cultural vibrancy. His upbringing in such a thriving metropolis undoubtedly shaped his worldview, fostering a keen curiosity about the nature of existence. Empedocles was not just a philosopher, he was also a poet. His work, often presented in a lyrical style, reflected a deep appreciation for the interplay between logic and emotion, between the rational and the mystical. This unique blend of science and poetry set him apart from his contemporaries, making his philosophical contributions all the more intriguing. Beyond his philosophical pursuits, Empedocles was also deeply involved in the civic affairs of Acragas. He was a charismatic leader, known for his passionate speeches and his commitment to the welfare of his fellow citizens. This civic engagement further grounded his philosophical ideas, tying them to the practical concerns of society and everyday life. In the realm of philosophy, Empedocles was a pioneering figure. He proposed groundbreaking theories about the nature of the universe, the fundamental elements of matter, and the driving forces behind creation and destruction. His ideas, while controversial at times, stimulated debate and spurred further inquiry, catalyzing the development of early Greek thought. Empedocles' philosophical journey was not a solitary endeavor. He was part of a vibrant intellectual community, engaged in lively debates with other philosophers of his time. These interactions, sometimes cooperative, sometimes confrontational, sharpened his ideas and pushed him to refine his theories. Despite the challenges and criticisms he faced, Empedocles remained steadfast in his pursuit of knowledge. He was driven by an insatiable curiosity and a deep desire to understand the world around him. This relentless pursuit of truth, coupled with his innovative thinking and poetic expression, made him a towering figure in the annals of philosophy. Empedocles' unique approach to philosophy and poetry positioned him as a significant contributor to early Greek thought. His ideas continue to inspire and provoke thought, underscoring his enduring influence in the realm of philosophy. Empedocles introduced the concept of the 4 elements: earth, water, air, and fire, which he believed were the building blocks of all matter. Take a moment to consider these 4 elements. To Empedocles, these were not merely physical substances, but rather the fundamental constituents of the universe. Everything from the tallest mountain to the smallest grain of sand was composed of these elements in varying combinations. But it wasn't just about the elements themselves. Empedocles also introduced the forces that acted upon them, namely love and strife. In his view, love was the force of attraction that brought elements together, while strife was the repulsion that drove them apart. Sounds a bit like a cosmic dance, doesn't it? A dance that brings about cycles of creation and destruction, shaping the universe as we know it. But Empedocles' contributions didn't stop there. He also introduced the idea of the cosmic cycle. Picture this: the world undergoing successive periods of harmony and chaos, driven by the eternal push and pull of love and strife. A time of peace and unity, followed by a time of conflict and separation, and then the cycle repeats over and over again. This perspective offered a holistic view of the natural world, integrating both material and spiritual elements. Empedocles' cosmology was indeed revolutionary. It moved away from the abstract philosophies of his predecessors, grounding itself instead in the tangible elements of earth, water, air, and fire. Yet it also maintained a spiritual dimension. acknowledging the forces of love and strife as integral parts of existence. In essence, Empedocles proposed a universe that was dynamic and ever-changing, a universe shaped by the interplay of elements and forces. His philosophy offered a new way to understand the world, one that embraced both the physical and the spiritual, the concrete and the abstract. One could say that Empedocles' philosophy was a testament to the dual nature of existence. It acknowledged the physical world, with its tangible, observable elements. But it also recognized the spiritual realm, with its unseen forces that drive the cycles of creation and destruction. It was a philosophy that sought to reconcile the material and the immaterial, the seen and the unseen, the known and the unknown. It's no wonder, then, that Empedocles' philosophical contributions have left such a lasting impact. His ideas have shaped the way we understand the world, influencing not only philosophy, but also science, art, and culture. So the next time you gaze at a blazing fire, feel the wind on your face, touch the solid earth, or listen to the gentle flow of water, remember Empedocles. Remember his philosophy of the four elements and the forces of love and strife. Remember his vision of a universe in constant flux, shaped by the eternal dance of creation and destruction. Empedocles' cosmology marked a significant departure from earlier philosophical traditions, integrating both material and spiritual elements. Beyond cosmology, Empedocles also ventured into the realm of biology. His inquisitiveness led him to propose ideas that, while basic, bore a striking resemblance to the modern concept of evolution, a concept that would only come to the fore over 2,000 years later with Charles Darwin. Empedocles suggested that all living beings could change over time, an idea that was revolutionary for its period. He envisioned a world where creatures could adapt and transform, driven by the forces of nature. He postulated that animals and plants initially arose from the spontaneous combination of various limbs and organs, which then formed complete organisms. He proposed a sort of survival of the fittest, where only the organisms best suited to their environment would survive and reproduce. Those with maladapted combinations, he reasoned, would naturally be less successful and gradually disappear. In this rudimentary form, Empedocles had essentially anticipated the concept of natural selection. He posited that nature selected the most viable combinations of limbs and organs, leading to the diverse array of life forms we see today. However, it's essential to note that Empedocles did not conceive of evolution as we understand it today. His ideas lacked the element of heredity and genetic mutation that formed the bedrock of contemporary evolutionary theory. Yet his thoughts were a significant departure from the static view of life that prevailed in his time. His work in biology, just like his cosmological theories, demonstrated his unique ability to think beyond the confines of his era. Empedocles was not just a philosopher or a poet. He was a visionary who dared to question and explore the mysteries of the natural world. His bold inquiries laid the groundwork for later philosophers and scientists who would build upon his ideas, refine them, and develop them into the scientific theories we know today. Empedocles' foray into biology showed his ability to think beyond the confines of his time, hinting at concepts that would only be fully realized centuries later. Despite criticism, Empedocles' philosophical ideas have had a far-reaching impact on later philosophical thought. His ideas were seeds of wisdom that germinated into robust philosophical trees, shaping the landscape of ancient and modern thought. Empedocles' influence can be traced in the work of many philosophers who followed him, but none more so than Aristotle. This titan of philosophy, revered for his analytical prowess and comprehensive worldview, acknowledged Empedocles' contributions to the understanding of the natural world. Aristotle, in his quest to explore the nature of existence, built upon Empedocles' foundational ideas of the four elements and the eternal forces of love and strife. But what made Empedocles' work truly timeless was his unique blend of science and poetry. He didn't just present his ideas, he weaved them into a tapestry of words that made his philosophies come alive. His poetic style breathed life into abstract concepts, making them accessible and intriguing. This approach, as much an art as a science, has remained a defining characteristic of his legacy. Empedocles' work, notably his seminal piece on nature or purifications, served as a beacon for subsequent generations of thinkers. His writings, though shrouded in mystical elements, offered a window into his holistic view of the natural world. This blend of inquiry and mysticism, of fact and verse, proved both challenging and inspiring for philosophers and scientists alike. Despite the skepticism his work sometimes attracted, Empedocles' influence endures. His ideas on cosmogony, the cyclical nature of existence, and even early notions of evolution continue to resonate. They echo in the corridors of modern philosophy and science, reminding us of our quest to understand the universe and our place within it. Empedocles, with his multidimensional approach and enduring ideas, stands as a pivotal figure in the development of early Greek philosophy. His legacy serves as a testament to the power of intellectual curiosity, the pursuit of knowledge, and the beauty of expressing profound thoughts with eloquence and artistry. It's a legacy that continues to shape our understanding of the world, reminding us that philosophy, at its core, is a poetic exploration of existence.